So guys, today we're at Tytherington and we are at Beefeater for the all-you-can-eat breakfast. See it there behind us in the background, just there. So that's where we're going to go today. So we'll get inside, hopefully it won't be too busy, and get some breakfast. So guys, today we are going to be ordering 4 back bacon, 3 premium sausages, poached egg and a fried egg, 3 hash browns, 2 black pudding, some beans, and we're going to have mushrooms as well. The continental is unlimited. You'll have seen the menu. Just like croissant, pan au chocolat, blueberry muffin crumpet, American style pancakes, toast, jams and everything, butter, various mixed fruits, porridge, muesli, granola, special cake, cornflakes, Weetabix, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Pops, some unlimited tea and coffee and juices, and the coffees are from a bean to cup machine, so they're not like just a filter coffee and they're not an instant coffee, they are bean to cup, so you're getting a latte, an Americano, etc. It used to be Costa, so back in the day, at the moment the price is $10.99. Back in the day, this used to be like an £8, well it was £7.50, in fact £6.99 at one point, but back in the day when it was about £8, it used to always be Costa coffee, and when it was Costa coffee, it's like by the time you've had 2 drinks, 3 drinks maybe, you'd covered the price of your breakfast anyway. They used to have lattes, they can't stand lattes now, but back then they used to have lattes, and it was like, you'd be having like 5 and 6 lattes as well as your breakfast, so it was like such a good deal. But obviously now things have changed, it isn't Costa, it's some other coffee beans and stuff. But what you find is a lot of these Beefeaters, they close now unless you're staying over in the hotel. So normally we would have gone to like Eel Green Beefeater, but that's closed now unless you're staying in the hotel. Or Bamford Arms, which is another one, it's closed now unless you're staying in the hotel. So we've had to come to this one at Tytherington. It's a pretty good one, been here before. I always had a soft spot for Eel Green myself, till they closed it and made it that way where it's only paying guests. Anyway, I'm going to order the food shortly. I'm going to get some toast ready to have with my food, and we'll crack on. I'll come back to you then. So you can see guys here, you've got your fruit selection, fresh fruit, fruit cocktail stuff. You've got all your cereals across here, open and stuff. All your jams, Nutella, honey, milk for your cereals there, 2 toasters. You've got muffins there, pan au chocolat, crumpets, pancakes, your bread there, but the bread needs topping up really. 2 toasters. Got all your teas in there, sugar, milk again, hot water. And as you can see, you've got your cappuccinos, lattes, Americanos, etc. And as you come back here, you've got all your fruit juices, which is spot on for all your breakfast stuff. Toasters are a little bit slow going. You have to keep popping them up manually and checking them. As you can see, run out of bread there. Not that I'm fussed, I've got mine, but you'd think they'd be topping that up more. As you can see guys, it's a big place. This is quiet this morning, but yeah, it's a pretty big place. And obviously it goes right round the other side as well. Yeah. So guys, the breakfast has arrived, as you can see here. I'm just waiting for my bacon. The guy's going to bring the bacon out. I've already put salt and pepper and everything on it. So guys, I've bought me 2 bacon out, and they're going to bring me the other 2 in a minute. which is fine by me. I always save my bacon till last and have it on toast, and I have got a little bit to try, so we'll start off by trying some of that. Bacon's very good. A bit of hash brown next. Hash browns as well. Beans are good too. It's a good sausage as well. It's not a basic catering sausage, it's definitely better than that. Try the black pudding. Black pudding's good and it's cooked just the way that I like that as well. So we have got 2 eggs here. We've got a fried egg and a poached. So as we know, the test is the yolk, which is perfect on the fried egg. I'm looking at the poached, which is the one that you want the runny yolk on. And I'm looking at, I've got a feeling it's going to be a solid yolk, unfortunately, but we'll see. Yep, it's a solid yolk, unfortunately, so that's a downer. Try the mushrooms. Mushrooms are okay, but the mushrooms are tinned mushrooms. I would have preferred fresh mushrooms. Obviously, got all my toast and stuff. I've already had some with jam and honey on. My first Americano, but I will be having another one shortly. It's pretty good. So I'm going to get into this now and I'll come back to you once I've had this. So guys, I am going to be leaving that egg. I only have hard-boiled eggs when I'm having salad. I don't like them with my breakfast. I want the yolk. I just don't like them like that with my breakfast. So I will be leaving that. So, it seems like a lot of the orders have got mixed up, which is crazy because I stuck them in order of people. So these 2 bacon are on my daughter's plate. That one looks a bit over, that one looks okay. These are the 2 he bought me out, which look fine. And then he bought me a second 2 out, which were these 2. But, that bacon's almost white. I don't know how it looks on there. But to me, that looks almost white. I've never heard of white bacon before, and I won't be having that white bacon. It's just a bit unusual for me, and I ain't taking any chances on that. So yeah, I'll have my bacon butties, and I'll come back to you. So guys, I've just had my first bacon on toast. So the way I do mine, I get my toast, put 2 pieces of bacon on one side, and I fold it over like that, and have a bacon butty, essentially, bacon on toast. So, I've been at Beefeater for years, but one thing I've noticed is that, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but that is the thinnest bacon imaginable. And as I was eating my sandwich, you can't taste bacon, you can only taste the toast. That's how thin it is. All you can do is taste the toast. And something chewy in the middle, but it's not enjoyable. You can't taste the bacon, you can't tell it's bacon. It's something chewy in the middle of the toast, that's it. There's just the crust bits there. They taste okay, these little bits, which is the fat essentially. It tastes nice and it's crisped up nice. But the rest of the bacon there, it's like, it's rock hard and very thin. Very poor, that. Beefeater never used to be like that. I noticed the sausages used to be twice the size, but the last time I came, which was about a year ago, I did notice that the sausages had shrunk then, which is why I ordered 3 instead of 2 to make it 2 old school sausages, if you like. But yeah, quite a big difference to how it was a few years ago. I know it's the price has gone up again, so it always goes. Obviously, food goes up. I understand that, but how can they put the price up and then reduce the quality by 50% on some of the items? I don't understand why we're getting tinned mushrooms that used to be fresh. The thinnest possible bake is practically ham, it's that thin, when it used to be thick bacon. The sausages, I knew they were going to be smaller because they were gradually getting smaller anyway. So you're ordering 3 to get 2. The bacon is the bit I saved to the end of my meal because it's my favourite bit, but I'm not even going to eat that because it's just that thin and overcooked, and other than the white one, I don't understand that at all. So yeah, a little bit disappointed there with some aspects of the breakfast. When you get the very last piece of bread, because they haven't replenished it, the last couple of pieces, they're already almost toasted to that stale. And that, I can't eat that either because that tastes like it's been toasted before I toasted it. You know, can't keep twisting my neck like that. I look crazy every time I swallow a mouthful of that toast. Not enjoying that at all. Bad that. Blimey, the sun is out and it's right in my face, blinding me that. Anyway, that was Beefeater. What did we think of that? Well, it's very hit and miss for me. I've been there loads of times. I've been to all different ones. That it's the first time in about a year I've been to a Beefeater, and that was shocking. It was hit and miss. The toast was that stale and there was no more. The bread, sorry, that before I toasted it, it was stale and dry. But I know towards the end everyone's conscious of wasting money and food, etc. So they don't put it out unless you're asking, and I just wanted to eat some toast, so potentially that was really dry and crispy before it was toasted, so you can imagine by the time I toasted it, it was dry. I had to have a glass of sand to get it down, it was that dry. The jams and stuff were really good. The honey was a good quality honey as well. I really enjoyed that on the 2 softer pieces of toast. The bacon, the rind was cooked nicely and that was tasty, but the rest of the bacon was awful. It was that thin, you just couldn't even taste it in the bread, which is a bit shocking. Sausages were pretty good. They're half the size they used to be, but obviously you can order as many as you want, but they were good quality sausages. Beans were okay. Mushrooms, shocking, absolutely shocking. The hash browns were good. The eggs you saw yourself, one was a nice runny fried egg, but the big one, the poached egg that most places can't get right, it failed on. That was, I call that a salad egg when they're hard boiled like that. So that was a bit of a shocker. It's like 11 quid for your breakfast, but to be fair, I did manage to have 5 Americanos, which would normally be 3 quid a pop, so I made me money just there on that, if nothing else. I don't have the juices and the continental, but the little and had all that stuff. It's not for me. It's very poor compared with how it used to be. What we're going to give it on points? Well, straight away, point off for the egg. So if we start at 10, drop a point for the egg, which gets us to 9. The bread wasn't the best this time, drops us to 8. The bacon was, one piece looked almost white, which I've never seen in my life before. But it was so thin, you couldn't even taste it to make a bacon butty. So that drops us down to a 7. Mushrooms, atrocious. I'm going to give it a 6. I have to say the service was good, the staff were brilliant. But overall, we're going to give it a 6. Till next time, cheery bye.